Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for joining me today. So let's do a flip through of my completed pages for the month of July. In my journal, I'm using the Hobonichi Techo Avec, and this is the A6 zip organizer from the Superior Labor from their Kurozan line, and the beautiful lacquer that's on top that you see here. Okay, so sorry. Let's get into the flip through. So there are some, I think for the most part it's quite finished, but yes, let's get right into it. So I haven't done anything to these pages at all, and I don't really feel like these pages aren't really pulling me in. I might start to track my steps again, or maybe health related issues I might put in here, but for the time being, nothing. I slapped this on here with hopes that maybe I can reassess my goals for the second half of 2023, but nothing has happened, and I'm not sure if that will change anytime soon. But anyways, let's get into July. So here is July. I use a lot of elements from Patreon. I'm from artists from Patreon, and I think it's a great way to support the artists. I think Emily Caria is coming back soon, or maybe by the time I post this up, she might already be back on Patreon. I'm worried about Pam, Pocket Journal Pam, because I haven't seen or heard from her, but if anybody knows, please leave them in the comments below. I hope she's okay. And of course, Courtney Diaz, her work is always in my journals. I haven't filled anything here. I was going to write a quote, but I haven't really come across anything as of right now. Integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. I know I've probably written that several times. And this one is from Erin Ware, this little wreath, but I printed it on tracing paper. Oh, I glued it quite, I don't know, let me see if I can get it closer. And my printer was on low ink, so it has this kind of like faded look, which is pretty neat. And you can see the watercolor in the background because it's on the tracing paper. All right, next page. I was going to draw some stop motion thing. My son was really into stop motion at the beginning of July, but I think my daughter took over some of my empty spots, and you'll see a lot of her stuff throughout these pages here. It's been a super hot summer in Tokyo area. It's still extremely hot. I think yesterday was 37 degrees, and it's been really, really tough. You've been to the park several times, but you can see there's nobody at the park. Nobody at the park. It's just way too hot. But I still needed to get my kids out and just running around, even if it's just for a short time, to get some fresh air and let them roam around. We played a little bit of baseball, some catch frisbee and stuff like that. So I know it was hot, but we made sure that we were hydrated and still got out a bit. And I think my daughter left this here. More of Courtney's beautiful work. I think this one is Erin Ware. Just a simple spread here. I used some of the elements. I did this page spread as a bonus video for the stationery selection. And I stick in some Happy Mail from Sakura Lala. I hope there are days when your coffee tastes like magic, your playlist makes you dance, strangers make you smile, and the night sky touches your soul. I hope there are days when you fall in love with being alive. I know I've written this many times as well. I feel like I've read that over and over again. We went to a fun little park, lots of trees, so it was nice, and there was lots of shade. Super hot that day too. It's the day we went to the beach. the Jonanjima beach, which is a seaside park. Oh yes, this summer we signed up for Hulu so that my husband and I can watch The Office. And luckily The Handmaid's Tale was on there too, so I got caught up on Handmaid's Tale. I remember watching, when I visited back home in Canada, I was so happy to see Handmaid's Tale, and I caught up a little bit there at home, but I didn't get to finish everything, and thankfully it was on Hulu. This summer I did a lot of sock knitting, which is nice. Getting ready, I guess. It's nice to have warm wool socks on your feet when the temperature starts to drop. And then of course it's Omatsuri season, which is kind of like summer festivals, and a lot of the festivals were cancelled or postponed, or mainly cancelled because of the coronavirus. But a lot of the events and things have come back this year, so a lot of things to do out when you go out and about. The Handmade Fest, Handmade in Japan Fest. Fest is short for festival. So my family and I went there and purchased a pen pouch. Sent some happy mail here. I'm using this neck fan. I haven't used it recently, but this is what it looks like. And you just put you turn on the switch and then the air kind of flows. You can adjust if you want to aim it up or down, or so yeah, it's come in handy just when you need some like a breeze coming to you. So there's that. Dyeing yarn. I attended a dyeing yarn workshop, and I filmed I think a journal with me session sharing with you that process, and some of you seem to enjoy that, seeing that process of the dyeing yarn. It's my first time trying it, and very excited to be able to take home these yarns that I have dyed up. And I'm pretty sure I've picked out a pattern, but I want to finish off my other works in progress first. I have a couple of shawls that I'm still knitting up, and so I want to finish that before starting on this new project. But that was a very fun process to not knit, but dye the yarn. And it's like the same dye, but different colored yarn, so that's why I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but in real life they are quite different. So I've selected a pattern where I can use both of those colors together. And then here we went on a ferry ride, and the seagulls I don't know if this is like a normal thing because this is our first time, but a lot of people were like handing out snacks to the seagulls, and then the seagulls will come get them. It was really, yeah, interesting to see. And so they have this service where you just ride your car into the ferry, and then it takes you on to the other side, instead of having to drive all the way around, which was really nice. This is just a fun experience, I guess part of the summer holiday. And then that's it for July. And this is the stamp that they had at the ferry station here. And that's it for July. August, I have quite a bit. Well, I've pretty much caught up with the smaller 5 to 10 minute sessions, which is really, really nice. September is totally taken over by my daughter, and yeah, I have over a week of nothing. But that's okay. I'm pretty sure I will catch up somehow. And I enjoy doing these very short, like 5 to 10 minute sessions, where I can just sit down, wait, maybe if I'm waiting for water to boil, or I just need a 5 to 10 minute break during my lunch. I'll sit down and then I'll just catch up with you. Sometimes I don't have really much to say, but I hope you don't mind me turning on the camera and we can journal along together. I have a playlist if that's something that you're interested, if you want to sit down together and just journal together for 5 to 10 minutes every day. I will have a playlist going on. I haven't uploaded all of those videos. I have some other sessions of me journaling in my A6 onion skin notebook that I filmed for the stationery selection, and that one I haven't touched recently, but I still feel I can add that to the playlist so that you can kind of sit down and we can journal together. I really enjoy that the community that we have, that we can kind of create together and work in our journals together. Or if you're into planning, we can plan, you can plan, or even if it's not that, I received comments like somebody listens to the video while, like, as a podcast while they are doing other items in the house, so maybe cooking or doing other, maybe if they're doing some chores or something. So yes, I will put that playlist down below, and I will add to it as the weeks go on. It's not going to be an everyday video release, but it will be more frequent than what I'm doing right now, which is approximately once a week. Started using some of these like glitter edge tabs. I have purchased from Planner Society that I haven't used, so I wanted to use that to make the edges a little pretty, and it's been a lot of fun. Oh, and also the tabs too. So I've used part of the tabs from, I think, some items here, also here. This one says Happy Mail. My husband had to go for a work trip and brought home some chips. I totally gobbled them up so fast. I find that the chips here in Japan are too sweet. I know it's very strange to hear that, but it's just not enough flavor. I feel like it's very, the flavors are very subdued and a little too sweet for my liking. But this one was perfect, so I totally gobbled that one up. I think that's it for now. If you have any questions, oh, these ones are from the Hours Studio. There's the clear PET tapes, so a lot of them you'll see there. I'm trying to do a lot more doodling when I can. I like to see the doodles, and oh, this one is from, it's probably hard to see. Some of the vellum stickers are from Black Milk Project. But yes, I'm trying to doodle more and then add more ephemera. I mean, I have a lot of ephemera that I add to my gratitude journal. Like if it doesn't fit in the Hobonichi, I'll put it into the gratitude journal. And okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.